smells like frying eggs and dry little discs of black and white pudding. Watch face, coffee, stained glass. She bought the watch from a Munich pawnshop in 1963. The steaming coffee reminds her of the mist rising from that bay in Maine that has disgorged hell's own derelicts. The windows hint at an unfamiliar world. Ptolema notices 4 students at a nearby table staring, laughing amongst themselves, sniggering boy-men, muttering German. One jabs a thumb her way. To those pasty, pale bastards, she must cut a strange sight, sure. Bald head smooth enough it glistens in the sun through the windows, her brown skin, the ugly scar over her left ear, and to them she probably appears no older than 30, 35. Ptolema smiles and shows them her middle finger, and they shut the fuck up and mind their breakfast. Perhaps it was the impatience in her eyes. Maybe they caught sight of all the secrets there, all the necessary evils of her station, all the men and women she's sent to Kiernan, by her own hand or the obedient hands of her subordinates. Ptolema stares at the door, as though she can will the X's to show up. The coffee steams, and she tries not to think of dear Isle, Maine. She hasn't entered the quarantine zone herself, and she won't if she can help it. Thank you very much, but there's plenty enough ugliness this side of the pond, without going abroad in search of more and better. Let the CDC handle it, the CIA and the NSA, and that other American group that has no official or unofficial title. Those faceless, hollow men who crouch in the shadows beneath an Albany skyscraper and are ever on standby when this sort of shit goes down, which seems to be happening more and more often, and fuck all if she even wants to know why. It's not her job to know why. That's way above and beyond her pay grade. It's only her job to monitor the comings and goings of the X. To fathom the unfathomable, as it were. Because how do you understand the goals of an organization so secretive, 99.9% of its operatives have only the faintest idea of the big picture, and are let loose to make up the do's and don'ts of a mission or experiment as they go along? Anarchy leaves almost as bad a taste in Ptolema's mouth as would the crap they sell at that McDonald's across the way. The 4 German kids depart, surly and still muttering amongst themselves. She checks her watch again, 10:45, and she's just about 2 centimetres away from screw these idiots and screw Barbican, when she catches sight of 2 faces that match the photos tucked into the dossier in her satchel beneath the table. These expats, supposedly cast out by their own designs, fallen from their brethren quasi-Buddhist, mongrel Hindu, cyber-Shinto, Gnostic Thelemite worshippers at the shrines of Castaneda, Crawley, Camus, Blavatsky, Robert Anton Wilson, Velikovsky, Berlitz, Charles Fort ad infinitum, a congregation based possibly in Saigon, or Calcutta, or Buenos Aires, or, more likely, nowhere at all. Anyway, this pair of ladies, they look like the rough end of flattened shit, even more tattered than in their photographs. A wonder someone didn't turn them away at the door, because they sure as fuck look more like panhandlers than anyone who could afford a meal or a pint. Between them, probably not even the £2.20 for a side of potato fowl. Oh, but how looks can be deceiving. And for all she knows, these 2 might be goddamn stockbrokers or solicitors on the bum. Still, no one's going to touch an X. Not anyone who isn't deep in the know. Won't have the foggiest why, so call it instinct. In their rags, both genuine or carefully cultivated, these 2 weave their way between the tables, untouchable, because that's the way it is. Fucking ghosts, a whole lot of them. Even rogue agents like these 2, assuming they actually are rogues and that's not just another layer of some other ghost's one-dimensional logistic map or what have you. Ptolema sits up straighter and straightens the lapels of her leather blazer. Force of habit, from years when the Y didn't send her out to do business with sketchy cocksuckers, when the Bureau's resources were not stretched so bloody thin. And Ptolema was held back for shadow dignitaries and face-to-face sit-downs with those occupying unquestionable power.